What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Bulls Latest. Your host, Matt Johnson here. Going to kick off today's show by recapping the Bulls' couple Summer League contests that took place over the weekend with the Toronto Raptors and the Kings on Saturday night, as well as give you a preview of what to expect in tonight's matchup with the Indiana Pacers. Wanted to start off with the Toronto game on Friday night in the opener. The Bulls took it on the chin, 116-72. Really wasn't a close contest there. The much-anticipated debut for Bulls first-round selection Noah Senge wasn't a great one. He scored 5 points, shooting 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, knocking down just that single shot there from 3, and he shot 2 of 7 from the field overall. Senge really struggled to get going. He didn't have much of an offensive game that took place in this matchup with the Raptors, so as expected, though, he's going to need to grow and develop as the summer goes on, as well as moving into the regular season in his rookie year. So it's important to exhibit patience on this guy. A lot of raw talent there, a lot of development needed. Billy Donovan spoke to that and actually spoke to the couple announcers on NBA TV during this game, so we'll get to that in a minute. But the Bulls' second-round pick, Lachlan Olbrich, was also a non-factor in 22 minutes on the floor. He scored just a single bucket and missed both of his field goals. So those 2 points actually came from the line there. He did record 2 rebounds. Modest did play in the opener, put up some good volume, showed some good flashes, had 17 points, shot 4 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, had 5 rebounds in 25 minutes of action there. Some encouraging things you see from Modest in this performance. He showed that he can get up and down the floor quickly, had a solid windmill dunk in transition. So Modest definitely showed some good things. Again, he will only be participating in 2 of the Bulls Summer League contests, so look for him to get involved in one of their games this week. We'll see which one. It remains to be seen at this point. Javon Freeman Liberty shined in 24 minutes with the Bulls. The former DePaul star had 21 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, pulling down 2 boards. So he lit up the scoreboard for the Bulls, led them in scoring in the opener. Overall, though, this group struggled to score against Toronto. There was a big story for them, unfortunately, was the amount of turnovers. They came in bunches. They had 34 turnovers in this contest, and it just was a messy performance from that perspective. They shot only 30.9%. The Raptors also shot a solid 51.8% as opposed to Chicago's percentage there. So that was a big discrepancy in that big gap in the score there. So, Billy Donovan did speak during this game, giving some encouraging notes on Modest Buzelis and what role he expects him to play in the Summer League. Billy Donovan spoke on him, emphasizing his role in bringing along the young guys this summer. So I think he's really looking for Modest to play that leadership role for a lot of these young players and kind of bringing them along during this summer slate. So as far as Noah Senge goes, Billy Donovan spoke to him. He did reemphasize he'll need to get bigger. So he will need to add mass to himself to get to an NBA level size there. He's a good kid. He's got a great attitude, emphasized how hard of a worker he is, all things that they raved about while picking him in the draft at 12th overall. So I just think overall, when the Bulls are looking at this group, it's going to be some trying times this summer for the rest of this schedule. It's a lot of young players there. I just don't think the scoring is there when it comes to this group, as we've seen thus far in their 2 contests. Billy emphasized the improvement on playing faster with this group last year, said that they need to get better defensively. That's shown here in the 2 games that they've played. They struggled to do that, albeit it is a lot of young guys trying to make a name for themselves. So wouldn't read into it too crazily, but the Bulls are definitely struggling on that side of the ball up to this point. The turnovers in the first half against Toronto, 19 turnovers, which led to 16 points for them. That was a messy aspect to the Bulls' first half. Finishing with over 34 turnovers in a game is outrageous. So the Bulls will definitely need to cut that down. They did so in their second game against Sacramento. We'll get into that in a little bit. A.J. Lawson, leading scorer for Toronto. He scored 22 off the bench for them in 20 minutes of action. And number 9 overall pick, Colin Murray-Boyles, who I was excited to see get going in this contest and see him go up against Noah Senge, was actually a late scratch due to a left abductor strain. The left abductor strain came late. He wasn't announced as being out until minutes before tip-off, so that was an interesting twist there during this game. Overall, a struggle to start the Summer League schedule for the Bulls against Toronto. It didn't get much better the following night on Saturday against the Sacramento Kings. The Bulls did lose and dropped this contest 109-92. So Modest did not play in this contest. The Bulls did cut down the turnovers significantly. That was a positive in this game. They only had 11 turnovers to speak of. They did shoot 42.3% and 24.2% from three. Noah Sangay looked better. He looked definitely a better performance and a more solid showing than the first game there in 19 minutes of action. Shot 4 of 10, did not make a three-point shot, went 0-4 from beyond the arc. Eventually ended up with a box score of 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 block there. The 1 block was a solid highlight reel block. It was an awesome play made by him on the defensive end there, so that was fun. We do have to watch out for this, though. He did leave the game in the third quarter with a right quad contusion, so definitely not something the Bulls want to see at this junction in the Summer League with a guy who is just getting going. They want to get him minutes, but now they have to watch out for this quad contusion. He did come out with the pack of ice following his exit in the third quarter, and he was sitting on the bench there kind of nursing that. I anticipate the Bulls taking it slow with the games this week with Noah Sangay. I could see them resting him. You don't want to really rush that and re-aggravate that injury or make it worse. So the right quad contusion is definitely a reason to be concerned there. I don't think it's going to be anything too major when it comes to anything that's going to hamper him, but definitely something the Bulls want to handle with caution during this Summer League slate. Lachlan Olbrich had a better game as well, scoring 12 points, shooting 5-11 from the field, went 0-2 from 3, pulled down 6 boards in 28 minutes of action. So Olbrich had a better performance in the second showing against the Sacramento Kings. Again, a lot of work to be done for him as well to get to an NBA level of play. So we'll continue to monitor how he looks going into tonight's matchup. Pereira, the Brazilian standout, he did start the game, played a solid 34 minutes for the squad, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. He did put up 15 points and 5 boards there. So Pereira definitely had a solid game. Jameer Young started both contests for the Bulls as well. Again, he was one of the G League standout scorers, one of the better scorers in the G League. In the game against the Kings, he started and scored 10 points in 22 minutes. Freeman Liberty, again, scored 21 points in that contest against Sacramento as well. So Javon Freeman Liberty has been putting up numbers when it comes to scoring. The efficiency from shooting, though, hasn't been great for him. It's been more of a messy style of play from him. He is a runner. He likes to get up and down the floor and plays really quickly. So that's been fun to watch. So Devin Carter as well had a monster game for Sacramento in this one, putting up 30 points in 30 minutes, shooting 10 of 13 and 5 of 7 from 3. He pulled down 8 boards, so he was the star of the show. Devin Carter, the former Providence College athlete there, was a standout player for them and definitely made a name for himself in this contest. But again, the Bulls taking it on the chin during this couple of games here to start off the Summer League slate. So we'll continue to watch tonight to see what the Bulls will be looking to improve upon against the Indiana Pacers. Again, we'll watch out for if Noah Sangay is going to be a go. I anticipate the Bulls, again, will take caution when it comes to that quad contusion. So wouldn't be surprised if they held him out of this one. Tonight, 5 p.m. Central, tip-off against the Indiana Pacers. The Bulls are a 4.5-point dog against Indiana, plus 164 on the money line. The total sitting at 187.5. The best angle, if you're looking to get action on this game, is taking the Pacers at minus 4.5. I think they should cover this number again. The first 2 contests, Toronto and Sacramento had no problem covering the number as well. They did that rather easily. I think this Bulls team is just super young and super sporadic when it comes to their style of play from what I've seen so far in the Summer League. So I just think Indiana is the play there if you're looking to get something down. Indiana's definitely got a better, more balanced Summer League roster. They are 1-1 coming into this game. They are coming off a 104-85 loss to OKC, so they took it on the chin against the Thunder's young squad there. They did win their first contest on Thursday in a narrow 116-115 win over Cleveland. But again, the Bulls will likely be without probably Noah Sange. Modest will likely only play one more game in this slate as well. So we'll see if that's going to be tonight or later on this week. We'll have to kind of keep an eye out on that. Just overall with this Bulls team, though, I think it's interesting to note that you have a few standout guys who are making a push to make this roster and give the Bulls brass a conversation to be had about their chances to make this roster. I just think when you look at this team, though, they have struggled to score. They were outscored 225 to 164, a 61 point margin there for this team in 2 games. And the roster has showed an inability to score the ball effectively. So that's definitely a glaring need there when it comes to this young team moving forward. They're giving up a lot of easy transition buckets. They did cut down the turnover significantly, like I said, so that was a positive, something to build off of there. Where's the scoring going to come from with Modest possibly not playing again tonight? We'll see. But, I mean, Freeman Liberty has been the best scorer on the roster thus far, but where else is that scoring going to come from? You hope to see Olbrich get more involved. I'd like to see them be better on the boards as well. They've been heavily out-rebounded in both contests thus far. They were out-rebounded 41-28 against Toronto and 46-30 against Sacramento. So the rebounding advantage definitely working against them. They need to get better on the boards. That speaks to the lack of size, though. I think other teams are just doing a lot better job crashing the boards and making that an emphasis during the 2 Summer League contests thus far. So, again, a lot of growing pains for this young Bulls team. I didn't expect them to come out too strong to start this summer. I'm not all that surprised at how these 2 games have taken shape, but again, they still have some time to look better as the Summer League schedule rolls on here into this week, and I'm certainly excited to see some of these young guys continue to get minutes and show themselves in these contests. So, again, want to thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Bulls Latest. Let me know what you think of the 2 contests thus far. I know it's been kind of ugly, but let me know what you think. Let me know who you want to see get some more action in terms of playing time. Who are you excited to see? Are you concerned about Noah Sange's quad contusion? I certainly, personally, am not. I think it's going to be something he's going to kick rather easily with some rest there. So let me know what you guys think. And again, thanks for joining me. We will see you tomorrow.